Welcome to England, to the Festival of Speed. I'm gonna be bringing you someone that you guys have been asking for in a lot of videos. A guest, a special guest over here.
Special guest.
This right here is Lincoln. You guys know Lincoln. Obviously, we've been in so many videos together over the years. What was the last video you've been in?
I don't know. I had a brief appearance of when my sister got her car.
Here's the big reveal. There's your new car.
That's true. I filmed a golf video last year.
So here's the deal. Lincoln is moving out of our house for 2 years, and we are not going to see him that often. Maybe not even at all for 2 years. So this is one of our last trips that we're going to do together. Are you ready for the Festival of Speed?
I am, yeah. Not really sure what it's all about, but it looks fun. I'm sure there's some nice cars here, and let's see how it is.
Okay. All right, Festival of Speed. We reached out to our friends at Mercedes-Benz and we said, hey, we want to go do something special. They put together this amazing trip. Apparently this is some old Duke's house right here, and it's his property, and he has a racetrack that goes up a hill, and every year they bring all kinds of race cars, motorcycles. I'm gonna see if we can get inside of this castle over here. Lincoln, I think our badge gets us in. This is our badge, partner guest. Lincoln was worried. He didn't think we'd be able to get in, but look at this. Look at the view. We're going in. Wow. Look at the artwork in here. What are we doing in this castle? Some dude's house, this Duke, that was really good friends with the king hundreds of years ago, apparently. Hey, what is this made of? These aren't just like regular bricks. It's like beautiful rocks, and it goes all the way around. This badge, apparently very good. We get to go to the upstairs and hopefully get a good view of the racetrack. There's Lincoln right there on the balcony. We found our way to the back entrance with our badge. Look at this lunch hall. Massive. We just came upon a fancy garden party. We weaved our way through the castle into places that they pushed us a few different ways that we weren't supposed to go. We found ourselves with people that are dressed very fancy. We don't belong here. So there's the Duke's house. And then over here, we've got all of these people that are standing along the racetrack to watch all of the cars go by. We just saw motorcycles going by, some F1 cars going by. Good news. Do you remember a year ago, if you've been watching my channel for a while, a year ago, I went to Italy, 12 hours, one day, all the way into Rome. I was scared for my life in a car with those seatbelts, but we did it and it was amazing. Well, the professional driver from Mercedes-Benz that I had in my car, he doesn't refer to himself as a professional driver, it's Patrick. And I found him here in London, so he's gonna take us out. This is gonna be probably the loudest part of the entire event. Yeah, he's not breaking any records.
Back of the GT3 cars and even GT2, more powerful. They're the ones that are really doing great things today.
We're in the AMG booths, and he is out. Jet lag is kicking in. I'm just gonna let him sleep.
But this beautiful transporter known as the Blue Wonder rides up the hill. This is a Formula One car on the back.
This transporter goes 105 miles an hour top speed, and then the front almost looks like a VW Bug or a Volkswagen. Look at that. Mercedes came up with this idea because a lot of the races were inside of Germany, somewhat close to Stuttgart. What if we make a transporter that can go super fast, and instead of taking the whole workshop to the racetrack, if something goes wrong with the car, we can throw the car on here, run a cannonball race into Stuttgart, and then just fix the car and get it back to the racetrack. So that was the idea behind this. I feel like the Wienermobile took inspiration from this angle right here, the aerodynamics. I ran into one of my friends, and he is here also. It's probably been 7 or 8 years since we first did our first video with Mercedes-Benz. This entire setup is probably estimated today, if Mercedes would even sell it, is around $200 million for this setup. Can we get inside of it?
Of course. I mean, you called once inside.
Okay, all right. The Blue Wonder keys. They're right here. We're gonna take her for a drive.
No worries, mate.
We're gonna sit in it. We're not gonna drive it. I'm gonna be really careful. I'm not gonna drive this. I'm climbing in the 70-year-old transporter.
Welcome.
It smells brand new. It's really nice. This is the same steering wheel that's on the SL, and right here is the turn signal. I've never seen anything like that, but that's the turn signal. Kind of a smart place with that big wheel. Here are all your gaskets and gauges right there. Not a ton. A few knobs, I don't know what they do. And then there's your gear shifter. How many of these did they make?
In 1955, they built one, just for the specific purpose of getting a race car from the track back to Stuttgart, get it fixed back to the track again. So there are 2 of these now. The one you're actually sitting inside right now, and one in the Mercedes-Benz Museum. So one for events, the other one static. If anybody wanders outside, the one in the museum is still there.
Okay, the one in the museum is still there. So there are 2 in the entire world of these. and this is one of them.
Wow. Yeah.
This is a very unique, interesting thing in the world, in the race world. It's kind of fun to be in there. And there's no air conditioning.
And there's no air
It's
conditioning.
getting really hot in here right now. I would love to see this come down. It has to come down on a perfect angle, on a good enough angle so it's not too steep because of the approach angle on the front of this $100 million car. Very cool that they remade this and that they brought it here for the celebration of the 130 years of Mercedes-Benz in racing. This right here doesn't have a car with it. This is just a motor from a race car from 130 years ago. Don't break that. I don't think there's very many of those left. This car right here is a race car from 100 years ago. And this is a 2-liter race car, but then one of them, the loudest of all of them,
my car's 90 years old and it's the loudest of all.
okay, we're good. So here's the deal. This is the Mercedes-AMG GT 63 Pro. This was just barely released and launched like 2 days ago. And so this is very, very fast. And Lincoln is going to ride in it. And the determination was he has a Pro on his hat right there.
Yeah.
And this is a Pro. 0 to 60 in this is 3.2 seconds. So your actual personal car is probably just about as fast, but this is a gas car, so the high-end speed and the power, you're gonna feel it. And I'm curious to see what you think about it, if you actually like that side of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be fun. See how it goes.
Okay, all right, there he goes. He's heading out, and I gotta find a place to watch at least part of it. So the start line, I guess, is over here. It's a beast right there. Look at that guy. Look at that Tesla team out there about to ride in the Cybertruck. Looks awesome. And what's funny is, there's the Cybertruck. Lincoln's car is right there. I think the Cybertruck might go like right after you. It's so close. Look at it.
People are definitely gonna boo it.
They are gonna boo it.
I'm not too big of a fan, but
Not as big of a fan?
yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
you better beat it. Don't let it beat you. You better drive faster than the Cybertruck, all right? Rolls-Royce going first. Who's next? Cybertruck? Cybertruck is next. And then the AMG. He's going right behind it. What are the odds? The only Cybertruck here, and he's right behind it. Where'd Lincoln go? Where'd he go? Oh, he's stuck back there. Oh my gosh. Look, I know it's very polarizing, the Tesla Cybertruck, but the design, I'm telling you, is a win for one reason. People love looking at it. Look at the crowds. Let's see what crowds we got. The Polestar has 2 employees looking at it, but then you keep going, and there's a Cybertruck. It is definitely something that's not very common to see out here in England. It's definitely not likely that there's going to be any Cybertrucks here, or very many. Just like there's not Ford Raptors or big trucks here. The roads just aren't built for it. I don't know, Elon's design is pretty impressive because everybody is interested in looking at it. It's time for some ice cream. It is so hot out here. All right, looks pretty good.
Still the quickest at this stage.
We had quite the delay. Travis Pastrana crashed, a bunch of people crashed. A lot of people with our group that came out here left already because they wanted to go watch the soccer game between England and Spain, which I want to watch too. But when else is he gonna have the chance to ride on this track? We're sticking it out, and hopefully we're able to beat the traffic and get back in time to watch a little bit of the match, and hopefully England can win this thing. All right, here goes the Chinese Yang Wang car that can do the G-turn, very slow version of it. This is one of the only Fords that I've seen out here, and it's not a car that they have in America. I don't recognize the car, but it sounds electric to me. Here we go, electric G Wagon. Oh, look at it. Yeah, that looked cool. It was interesting watching the G Wagon. The front end was up really, really high. I wonder if there is a launch mode in the electric G. I'll have to test it out. We'll be driving it over the next couple of days. It is the Cybertruck's turn right now. If it crashed, that would definitely make the news. Pretty quick. All right, here goes Lincoln. He's ready.
So it's 612 horsepower, 850 newton meter of torque. So acceleration is quite impressive.
Yeah.
And 0 to 100, 3.2 seconds.
Wow, it's quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Brakes are good as well, I see.
Yeah, very well.
Where the other bike
Yeah, that's great. Wow. That feels so good.
How was it?
It was good.
Is it fast?
Fun, yeah.
Faster than you thought, or no?
Yeah, it's so small and so tight that it's like lots of like braking and
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you have driven as fast as what he drove?
Probably not. No way.
All right, Goodwood. It was fun. Now we are heading out of here. We've got to make it in time to watch at least maybe the second half. Goodwood, I'd recommend it. You get really, really up close to a lot of cars. Pretty cool experience. Bad news, spoiler alert. They lost. England lost the soccer match. They haven't won the Euro Cup. I don't know if they've ever won it. And Spain has won it so many times, but so I didn't film the party last night because it was kind of a downer. So day one is over. It was full of racetrack. So day two is coming, and day two is going to be very interesting and totally different than day one. So stay tuned for that.
What is kilometer an hour compared to miles an hour? Like what's like 100 miles an hour in kilometers, you know?
It's 160.
160?
I just heard somebody say, this lady in my British accent, I was trying to say, she's like, it's been 2 days since I've had porridge. It sounded like something out of a movie. I loved it. Oh, look at those guys' hats. That's cool.